Esther will help us to share the campaign website. We are launching a campaign as Gybin Africa that is trying to look at how do we, meaningfully engage indigenous communities, ensure that the indigenous communities and local communities. Okay, Ramson reminded us today that actually we shouldn't be separating indigenous people from the local people. So how do we ensure that we have a right-based model of conservation to steer us through the next decade of conservation? This is an exciting campaign that will be driven by young people across the African land and seascape, African continent, if I can put it that way. And the campaign seeks to highlight the important role of indigenous people and local communities in, of course, protecting Africa's amazing ecosystems that we have, and also highlight some of the challenges that we face, especially, environmental activists, environmental defenders, and all this. And how do we then, as we have discussed in our dialogue, push together to realize the 30 by 30 goal? How do we not just talk about the percentages, but also include, other quality aspects like the rights of people and stewards who have the mandate to live and utilize some of the spaces where they exist. Next page, please, Esther. Okay. Yeah, so you can participate in this campaign in several ways. You can raise your voice. I'm going to put a link in the chat where you can take part in a small survey that will help us, will not only help you increase your awareness on what the campaign is about, but also give us some important insights that will help us enhance the quality of the campaign and reach out to the targeted stakeholders. So in a minute or so, actually in a second or so, I'm going to drop the link of the survey in the chat. So please take a second and go through the survey. It's very crucial. It will help us understand your perspectives, but most importantly, it will also help you gain a deeper understanding of what we are trying to achieve through this survey. The link again is in the chat, and the link to whatever Esther is trying to project, I'm also going to drop it in the chat. It has a QR code, so if you don't want to use the forms and all that, you can just simply scan the QR codes. So let me drop the link in the chat for you, our wonderful people, to follow. We are going to also share these links later on together with the slides that the speakers used in their presentations. So don't worry if you missed anything today. Don't forget to share this campaign out. I know that most of you are affiliated to other youth entities beyond just Gybin. And so please, in your capacities, share this campaign out, tweet, and most importantly, there are images or posters that you can download from the website. The link that I just shared in the Zoom chat, when you scroll down, at the support the campaign page, you will see posters that you can download, or images that you can download. Yeah, the ones that Esther is currently showing us. You can download any that speaks to your reality or any that you think you feel deeply about. Please download them and use them in your respective social media platforms. You can tag us. We are on Facebook, Gybin Africa. We are on Twitter, Gybin Africa. We are on Instagram, Gybin Africa. We are basically all over. So please feel free to tag us, feel free to share, so that stakeholders get to understand that even though we are talking about 30 by 30, it is also essential that we talk about the roles, the rights, and the mandate that we need to assign to the very people to whose the landscapes and the seascapes belong. So it's an exciting campaign. It's very fun. You will have fun, sharing the knowledge, learning through it, and just ensuring that, the CBD through the post 2020 Global Biodiversity Framework realizes not just the, quantitative aspect of the 30 by 30, but also the qualitative aspect of it. So with those, very many words, I wish to launch this campaign, and as the coordinator of gybnafrica, officially, declare the campaign running. And I hope to see many of you interacting with the campaign. I hope to see many of you filling in the survey. Please share the links that we've shared with you, and thank you so much. I would like to thank our speakers, those who have been with us from morning when we started at 10 a.m. to the very last speaker. We've gone through the north, we've come to the west, to the east of Africa, and the last speaker was from the south of Africa. So we have been lucky to listen to not just young people, but also senior citizens of the African continent, like Dr. Chinedu, who took us through the business aspect of conservation and the role of businesses. And so we really appreciate that this intergenerational type of interaction and learning is shaping not just the insights that we have as young people, but also the trajectory that the African region as a whole will have in the coming days. And also the fact that we are integrating not just the conservation aspect from the terrestrial angle, but moving through to the ocean ecosystems uh, gives us a holistic understanding of when we're talking about 30 by 30, it is not just about land. We also can and should and must be talking about 30 by 30 in the context of the ocean, because as Shannon mentioned, 70% of the oxygen that we breathe comes from the oceans. So let's preserve our ocean ecosystems, but most importantly, also let's conserve our terrestrial ecosystems and ensure that all people have they benefit from such models of conservation. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our wonderful set of translators, uh, Kaje, Aliu, and the team for ensuring that these sessions are smoothly translated from, English to French and French to English. So thank you so much. Thank you to our wonderful group of moderators as well, Esther, Irene, for taking us through this, sessions very smoothly. And most importantly, to our rapporteurs, Phoebe and the team, thank you for noting all that we were discussing down. We hope that we are going to produce a wonderful report from these dialogues that we can share with, all who attended these sessions, but most importantly, the general public, so that we can get this word beyond the confines of a Zoom platform. For those who are attending the Climate COP, please keep in mind the discussions of today. They also stay relevant to the discussions along climate change. And for those who are preparing for the biodiversity COP to happen later in the month or early next month in Canada, please also consider what we have learned today. So keep sharing, keep the discussions going, and thank you so much. Please have a great remainder of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Goodbye.